Sorry about that. Michael just called and scolded me. He said, you're supposed to, your live stream said 10:30 and it's 10:41. Where the hell are you at? I said, I have to get high on coffee first. Okay. Wait, what? Did you see that? I had a baby yesterday. I posted a photo. Oh, no, she didn't really actually have a baby. That's a rumor, right? I'm assuming, I'm pretty sure it is. My boyfriend was confused. Stretch, he's like, oh, congratulations. I think she might be kidding. But anyways, good morning. Where's Stretch's wrench? Oh, geez, Siren. My God. Hold on. Give me a minute, okay? Good morning, Mrs. Portland. There we go. There's Stretch's wrench. Okay? You want to know something else? Where's Stretch's star? We have stars now. If you didn't see, I put our the video where Michael proposed on my Facebook, and I also put it for members. So haters on YouTube, they just have to pay to see it. But hold on a minute. Before we get started, you guys want to see where the star's at right now? I got to type in the star app real fast. Why would he not have a wrench already? Well, he uses his wrench elsewhere. Okay. And we don't need him using those wrenches in this building. Good morning, D-Rod. Hold on. So let me enter this little number and we'll see if our stars are out. So Michael bought us 2 stars that will like forever consistently circle around each other like a bunch of dancing little cute little fairies. And then he took me out in the middle of nowhere in the mountains in the night after dinner. Hey, Mr. Portland. And he, it was pitch black and there was this beast outside and it was like, it wasn't making sounds yet. And I was like, let me out. So I basically jumped out of the car because it was like I kept calling it a moose, but it's like an elk baby or a female, and she was eating and I was going to run out and pet her. And then it was like Jurassic Park. I felt like Laura Dern. I heard like, dum, dum, dum. And I heard, that's what sound it made. And it was a big male elk with horns like this long. And he was super tall, like a dinosaur. And Michael said, you better get back in the car because he's pissed. Because I was either trying to mess with his wife, his hoe, or his child. Hey, Uncle Side-Eye. Hey, Emma Clover. So he could have murdered us. So then Michael drives over to the other side and he sets up this tripod, pun intended, and not for a sexual reason though. And so it's pitch black and it starts to snow in the mountains. And he's setting up the star app so we could look for the star. And all of a sudden we hear off in the distance of the night, hey, Marie. So I was like, we're going to get murdered. So the whole time I was super stiff and tense while he was doing something super romantic because I had reason to believe we were going to I was going to get stabbed to death by this moose thing. He was really cool though. So hold on. Let's pull up the star. You know what? While I'm entering this, I would like for you to grab your coffee or your caffeine, or hell, maybe you're a morning drinker. Okay. Just be safe and gather around. Maybe you're a token smoke or maybe you like a little bit of white. I don't know. And I mean cocaine. God, get your head out of the gutter.
No chance. No dance. No chance. No dance. No chance. Give me second chances.
That's so cool.
I won! Yay! Ow! Ow!
There it is. It's right over that way. It's right underneath Cassiopeia. Anybody know what Cassiopeia is? It's one of my favorite Sarah Bareilles songs, and it's a love story about 2 stars colliding. and our stars are right underneath it. Okay. Okay. Mooses are dangerous. So are fucking elks. There, and he was like, I really did feel like Jurassic Park, because you know when it's raining and we're in the Rocky Mountains and in the pitch black, and all you hear is like the rain, snow, and then the walking of the hooves, and then the weird dinosaur sounds. And I was like, my attitude went from, oh, that's adorable, to, we're gonna fucking die here. We're gonna fucking die here. It was pretty scary. Yeah, they could probably kick you to death too. But anyways, this is the ring right there. See that? And he has a matching one too. Isn't that cool? Isn't that fun? So anyways, now that I've not got caffeinated enough and I've already gone on a rant, let's begin. Okay. Congrats flipping lotions on engagement. Does that mean I need lotion to put the ring on? So I've needed lotion to get a ring off before, you feel me? We ain't talking about on my finger either. That stuff. Don't do drugs. Oh, and by the way, let me just say this one time if you don't know this. One time, like 15 years ago when my grandma was still alive, there was a barbecue going on, a family get-together barbecue, and I had just got done with a little get-together of my own called a hookup. Okay, now a lot of the haters will not know what that is because they don't experience sexual activity. Okay, and I had a really heavy metal ring on my dick. A cock ring. You know what that is? And I was wearing shorts. So I walked out and I'm standing in the rock garden, all majestic. And my grandma's just sitting there having a normal conversation with me. Cute little old, she's so cute. I think I have a picture of her somewhere here. And I'm sitting there talking to her, and all of a sudden, my ring falls off my dick. Oh, there she is. There's my cute little grandma. And look, that's me when I had hair. See that? There's me, and there's my cute little grandma. Now that look on her face, she's probably like, oh. This was probably after. No, maybe that was before the fact. I bet you every single time she saw me, and she knew what that is, okay? She had like 6 kids. She knows exactly what that was that fell out of my shorts. And it did like a Nancy Kerrigan little triple axel coming out of my pants. It was really slow motion and really embarrassing. Anyways, I don't know how I got in that story. Stretch said, are you sure I'm not fake and that you're not making up this engagement? Don't ask questions. Okay. He's still under hypnosis, by the way. It'll wear off eventually. I'm just going to have to redo it over and over and over again. Okay. See? Hashtag Stretch is fake. Okay. Wow. 8 minutes in and I'm still ranting about not even the topic I wanted to talk about. Wow. Okay. Yes, it did spin. You know, do I have a coin? We'll just spin one of these and see if it spins real fast. You know, like you could spin a penny or a coin. Look! Oh, you can't see it. It's spinning. It spun in the rock garden right after. Well, that was probably all the lube that fell off. It was really slippery, kind of like ice skating in a way. Wow. Hey, Charlie Ann. It's called being dignitized. I think my grandma was a little bit dignitized after that, to be honest. Feel me? All right. So I think that's all I wanted to say about my genitals for now. I think that's it. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate that. Sorry, Robbie, that was my fault going odd topic. I'm just so angry today. People going real life. Uh-oh. Marie, what's going on? What happened with that? Speaking of real life, so you know you listen to stuff on replay, or do you guys set your thing on autoplay on YouTube? Well, I do. And sometimes things that I do not want to play will pop in my ear and I'll be like, oh, what's that? So I should probably turn autoplay off, but I'm lazy, so I don't want to. Love you, Christola. And one thing, and I want to say this as much as I can without mentioning names because people get very triggered. But has anybody ever called the cops on anybody on here? Just a question. Anyone? Speaking of real life, hit a 1 if you've ever called the police on somebody. No, and I'm not talking to be a dick either. Well, hell, hit a 1 if you did, you dicks, and then you just excuse yourself. Hey, darling Nikki. Darling Nikki has not called the police on me. She's lying. She showed up at my front door one time dressed as a promiscuous police officer, a skank, and tried to promote her stripping service while I was live streaming. You guys saw it. She was standing right there. Stop lying, darling Nikki. Oh, wow. Lots of cop collars. Wow, look at those real life bitches. Wow. Shame on you. Just kidding. Oh, Becca Chu says, I have several times, but not on someone on YouTube. Can I ask the reasons why? D-Rod says never. Can I ask why anyone's ever called the police on somebody? Because there is a... You're hanging off my door right now. Yeah, there's a witch on my door, like Halloween decoration, a flat witch. And I text that picture to Nikki and said, I found her on my front porch. Siren says, I've called the police on a couple of people for prescription forgery when they tried to change quantities or add refills for their controlled substances. Wow. Brave folks, huh? Wow. Marie has had the police called on her. Lycan says, when people go real life on you, sometimes you need to protect yourself legally. What? So, first of all, I would like to say that there would never be a reason if you're just making mean videos, and I'm talking about like personally, from my opinion, if you're making mean videos about me, I'm not going to call the police on you and be like, oh my God, they won't stop making videos of me. Please. Or else I would be calling the police every 2 fucking seconds. Hey, Missy K. Every 2 seconds. Because there's always an asshole who has something to say. So I did hear that recently on a couple of these streams. And for the people that say, and Michael hates when I listen, but sometimes I will listen to my haters' channels because I want to know if there's anything that can be worked out. Like, you never know what can be said, or like maybe something will click and you'll be like, oh, that's why they're mad. So unlike the people that like watch me religiously and make videos, they always say, I don't watch it. How do you not watch me? You clip my entire videos are on your channel. Yes, you do. And I watch you bitches too. Because I want to see if there's anything logical that I can relate to. And somebody recently was saying that, I called the cops on someone. You can't call the cops on somebody because they're making videos of you on YouTube. Yeah, I agree with that. I've never done that. Yeah, they don't want to work things out. I've never done that. I have called the cops when I felt like physically threatened in real life, because if you think about it on some level, if you have a channel, there's some level of like popularity, or like it's like a mini trailer park trash version of being a celebrity. Okay. So when you do that, you're going to have crazy people, but you don't have a bodyguard with you. Okay. You're going to have crazy people doing crazy shit. So I have called the cops whenever I felt that has been necessary. On the specific person who continues to make videos about me and did filed a protection order and blah, 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 just to be a jerk and harass me with the legal system. They said that I, called the police just because they were doing that. And that's not true. I called the police on that person because they were spreading around that I was harassing their child and calling me a predator. And somebody stole my identity while doing that. That's why I did that, because I have every right. Matter of fact, hold on a minute. Matter of fact, I've never given this to you guys. One sec. Where's that? I have an incident number, and it's the incident number from when I called the police. Here it is. November 4th of 2021. Now, this was before somebody ever put a restraining order on me. So if I go to the police, incident number, and I'll give you the incident number, 1104-2021-0606029. And I spoke to Officer Putman I called him and then I went into the police station physically to show him stuff in my phone. So if I did that first and I felt threatened, which I fucking did, and I was right all along. I mean, I was threatened. Somebody was trying to use the fucking legal system against me to harass me. And then someone turns around after I do that and gets a restraining order on me. It's like, how does that, what? So wait, you were threatened because you were breaking the law and they were going to protect themselves? Stupid. Yeah, that's true, Lycan. They don't. I mean, unless somebody truly is at your front door or something and you're physically in harm's way, it is pointless to do that. And I do agree. But, you know, I've learned along the way. You can't just say you're going to get a restraining order on somebody if they're talking poorly about you or calling you names. Hey, excuse me out. You can't do any of that shit. So then this person also said that, you know, in the past, I've done this to many people. I've done this to Making Limonade, who's my really good friend. We still love each other outside of YouTube very well. We do. I love her. I felt threatened at that time. They also brought up the name Justin Katz. Anybody know the name Justin Katz? Anybody? Well, let me give you in a little nutshell what Justin Katz is or was. He was a person and if you go back to my very beginning videos, I was very kind and I talked very peaceful all the time and kind of in even a softer voice because I was kind of scared of you fuckers. And Justin Katz was somebody who he was making really, like, they weren't funny parodies. Like, you know how like Lycan makes funny cartoons. If you're witty, love you, Tara Nicole. If you're witty and you're funny and you're talented, I would love for you to make fun of me and do it really funny. I think that's cool when people can do that. Justin Katz was like angry and I didn't know who he was. And I found his channel. I was like, whoa, yeah, I see you, Lorianne. Who is this guy? And so after, I don't even know how many videos the guy made about me, but he was really fucking mean, hateful, like bullying. I can use the word bully, fucking mean. So one day, and by the way, this is the very first fight I've ever had on YouTube was with a man, by the way. Okay. And I stood up for myself to a man. It wasn't a woman, folks. And I cussed that motherfucker out. I was like, fuck off, you piece of shit. And I just ripped into him because I had even reached out to him. Like, hi, I noticed you're making videos of me. Is there something I can do? Like, is there something I can help you with? Like, I was very kind. No, I don't want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. And he was like hateful. And you know what happened after I snapped on him and cussed him out? Anybody want to guess? Feel me, Pikachu? Anyone want to guess? He left YouTube crying. And here's why. Hey, April. He left YouTube crying because I have a lot of people that are still here from the very beginning, like D-Rod, Darling Nikki, lots of people, lots. And a lot of people that enjoyed me and my presence on YouTube, they went over to his channel and they cussed him out too in his comments. And so basically he said that I chased him off YouTube and listen, folks, he pulled the Sally Ann card. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not going to say it. He pulled that and tried to make me feel guilty. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that every time I wake up in the morning and there's a brand new video of you making fun of me, the way I talk, the way I act, everything, bullying me, do you think that can't affect my mental health too? So when I snapped on him, he pulled the mental card and I was harassing him and it was ridiculous. And he ran and he deleted his account and never came back. So when you hear the woman, you know, the one that tried to get me in trouble with the law and broke the law by doing it, when you hear her talking about these people, she's lying to you. I would never just attack somebody for no reason. I would hate that. I don't want to fight with people. But that motherfucker, see, D-Rod remembers. He was an asshole. And you want to know what? I'll have to look up the email and the date. He emailed me like maybe a year later or so after he left. And it was when I was going through the mommy rambling stuff. And he said, hey, this is Justin. I don't know if you're going to respond to me, or I'll have to read the email to you guys. It was very nice. And he said, I just want to let you know, I see what you're going through right now. And I'm so sorry I put you through anything that I did. And he took accountability for his actions. I apologize too. But here's the thing. If you start trouble, whether you're Sally Ann or Country Joe or Justin Katz or even me, if I chose to start being mean to somebody for no reason, then I can't turn around and say, you guys got to stop responding to me. My mental health can't take it. That's not okay. Okay. So there's that. I wanted to bring that up first because there's no way in hell I would just do that. And I want to do this in a peaceful way as possible. And then I wanted to do something fun afterwards. Space Monster. She just had, and thank you, by the way, Shipwreck Beck, for emailing me back. I emailed Shipwreck Beck. I was like, why is Susan Mundy on your panel? Why is she? Do you realize that I have, and this is why I brought up police reports too. I have an active open case on Susan Mundy. Let me see if it's in here. Susan Mundy is insane. And she's actually, what is that thing, like Britney Spears' dad had like power of attorney over her? Well, so does Susan Mundy's dad. Okay, she's crazy. And she said I called her dad and all this shit. No, the fuck I did not. This woman was texting my phone saying, I'm coming to your parents' house. I live in blah, 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 close to Kansas, and I'm coming. I'm going to show up and blah. All this. So I block her number. Obviously, it was one of those apps where you could change your number. She'd call back. She'd message me again. I'll even read some out loud. Hold on. Here's one that says, hey, Robbie, how's your hamster? I've noticed this was on October 17th of last year at 4:00 in the morning. Hey, Robbie, how's your hamster? I noticed your friendships are dwindling and thought you could use some help. Your friend, Laura, how far is she from Kansas? Just curious. I happen to live there, and well, don't hate your parents, Robbie, just because they live in Kansas. Kansas happens to be a nice place. Someone just told me that Susan Mundy person, her family is filing a police report against you in Denver, Colorado, because you won't stop harassing them. I'm sober and clean. Is this affecting your sobriety? I say in Rev's Skeletor voice. This volume's up as your nasty ass friend Laura who never showers. Negs is on his way, and before you call BX Beast Boy a bitch boy, his numbers are at 18K. Yours are at under 10K. So who's the bitch boy here? Robbie, you are the bitch boy. And before you think your hamster is your daughter, Poom Handler will tell you to kill yourself and your daughter hamster too. This was at 4 a.m. This was nonstop. And then, so again, I have no problem telling you, if you're harassing me, I'm going to reverse search your ass and I'm going to fucking file a police report. And that's exactly what I did. And in order to get her address and stuff, I ran her background, and guess what's on her fucking background? Harassment! And she's up on Space Monsters panel. Oh, you were so mean to me. Shut up! Hey, True Tam. And she's like, really fucking psycho. So do not, if you're one of those people that just listens to these streamers and they're like, oh my God, Robbie's terrible, he snaps on people, you should look into how things come about. You know what I'm saying? Kansas is cool. It's just kind of sucky to drive through because it's so flat. So there's that. Susan Mundy is psycho. That's it. And I do have an open police report on her as well for the shit she did. And her dad ended up reaching out to me and said, look, I have control of her money, her everything. Please, like, don't press charges. She's please. And so I was like, okay, then I won't continue with it. But when you're threatening at 4 a.m. to go to Kansas and all the shit, you are crazy. So I don't just call the cops for no reason. Yeah, there's lots of psychos around these parts, D-Rod. Okay. Welcome, I'm a Clover. Thank you, Sean. Think Dragon! Hey! You guys need to go to Think Dragon's channel. He's been doing some really fun stuff on his channel. You have a wrench still, right? Nope. Think Dragon. Drop your link. Drop your link so people can see the fun stuff you've been doing. So next, I wanted to address Dorothy because Just Jess K was saying some really weird stuff. Here's my question. If I'm friends with Siren, right? And if Siren's saying really foul, I mean, my sense of humor is pretty out there, so you can't really offend me, even with like nothing like homosexual stuff. As long as your intention is funny, that's all I care about. Oh, thank you, Missing in Life. Thank you. I'm too busy running my mouth. Thank you for dropping his link. But if you're friends with somebody and then, all of a sudden you're not anymore, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, when they were my friend, they used to say really, really homophobic and racist stuff. It was terrible. And then you're thinking to yourself, why didn't you say that back then? Why are you saying it now? So recently, Dorothy and I've found a great love for Dorothy and a respect for being open-minded, not listening to rumors anymore, and kind of looking into things for herself. And apparently, Just Jess K, listen, if you don't want a resolution, you're going to stay in your constant state of misery. And I'm always open to resolution at some point. Sometimes there's some situations where I need to calm down just a little bit more before I have a civil conversation. Just a little bit. Hey, Willow. So you love Dorothy. So Just Jess K, and I'm not even going to say what it was because it's not true anyways. Because, well, I'm just going to say it. Dorothy is not homophobic. And Just Jess K was saying some pretty foul stuff since me and Dorothy have had a great conversation. And it feels so good to have conversations with people that didn't like you or there was an issue, and it feels so good to have resolution. That feels really good. I mean, it feels really good to cuss people out, but it feels way better to be kind and to resolve stuff. Well, apparently, Jess with a K didn't like that. And so she started supposedly spilling the beans on everything Dorothy said about me in the past. So my response to that first is, who gives a fuck? Because when I have a resolution with somebody, I don't give a shit what you said about me. I don't care if it's homophobic. I don't care what it is. When I'm mad at you, I say hurtful shit too. That's what happens when you're mad at people and people that are like, oh yeah, they said this and that. Don't pretend like you don't call people cunts and bitches and stuff when you're mad, because you do. So stop. Because when I'm mad, I want to hurt your fucking feelings. Okay. And that's a flaw of mine, but I do want to hurt your feelings. And I'm really good at it. But if you apologize, who cares? So I don't care if Dorothy ever said anything foul about me, because I've said plenty of fucked up shit about her too. The worst I've heard Dorothy do is just criticize the way I talk and act and treat people. And that's just an observation because I'm a dick. But even if she did say foul stuff, I don't care. And it is people like those people who they don't make resolution themselves because it would destroy their whole entire existence on the internet. Thank you, Tammy. It would destroy their existence on the internet because there's nothing else but anger, hatred, stirring trouble. And then when they see that you're making progress, they want to be like, oh, by the way, and Jessica hates me. She calls me fucking Richard Simmons. If anything's homophobic, that would be, I mean, it's not, but basically you're calling me Richard Simmons because I'm gay. So you're attacked, and plus I don't even care if you attack me for being gay. I'm very well aware that I have a very handsome fiance, and I've always slept with very handsome men. You don't have to remind me of that. And I look nothing like Richard Simmons. Okay? I'm hot as fuck. Okay? I'm hot. I'm hot. Look at those guns, bitch. Look at those tits. Look at those tits. Richard Simmons is a little bitch. Sorry about that. LGB5. So shut up. If you haven't seen the clip of Richard Simmons on Whose Line Is It Anyway, go find it. I'm not a Richard Simmons fan. I'm not. Hold on a minute. Let me take a breath. Something just happened. No, I didn't shit myself. Hold on. I need to burn some sage real fast. What movie is this from? And when your husband sleeps with you, he thinks of me. What's that from? Anybody know? Peyton. Does anybody know? Anyone? Sage the Wi-Fi. No, that's what I'm trying to do, Marie. Something just happened in the chat and I need to I can't even find the lighter because Satan's in here. No, not Glenn Close. Close though. The hen that rocks the cradle. Yeah, and Richard Simmons definitely isn't my type. Siren got it. Damn you, Siren. All right, here we go. Here's some sage. I'm going to highlight this comment real fast. This takes balls. Okay. We are growing and we are trying to change in a positive way. So let me address Rosaling. Hold on. Let me light this whole fucking branch on fire. Hey, Rosaling. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for cussing you out. And that, I think that's all I want to say for now because I haven't burned enough sage. But thank you. I appreciate it. You know what? And you know what fucking sucks, you guys? You know what sucks is here is another thing that I wanted to bring up is there's often people that are super, like Dorothy, for example. I'm going to use her for an example. For the longest time, I fucking didn't know why she didn't like me, so I was a dick back, right? And so you go back and forth, back and forth. I never in a million years thought that I would have a logical conversation with Dorothy in my entire life. And then here I am. Like, it's very simple to communicate with people and have logical conversations. And then there's people that are super cool and nice, and then they end up like disappointing you in the long run. Isn't that weird? Isn't that fucking weird? Like, in the beginning, I thought Dorothy was crazy. I was like, what is this fucking crazy woman doing? But then you like have a conversation and you swallow both of your pride and just don't be dicks and hear each other out, you know? Yeah, I don't know if I ever disliked her either, but I said a lot of mean shit to her because she pissed me off a lot, you know? And so I was like, fuck off. And then I think what pissed me off about Dorothy was because she is very protective of her friends, I've noticed. And I'm the opposite. I'm not. And you're probably like, what? You fuck? No, I'm not protective of my friends. I mean, I'll defend you if it's really to the point where I feel you're cornered or vulnerable or whatever. But if you're starting shit with people, it's not my place. Like, let's use Miss Portland, for example. I don't go after and attack everybody she fights with because a lot of them I get along with. There were some people where I'm like, dude, this is way unfair. There's like a whole group of people. But I also know Miss Portland gives it back. So I can't defend a lot of the things she says, but I would never just shut my mind out. And I felt like maybe that was my biggest problem with Dorothy at the time, is she would automatically listen to things and not look into them and not have a conversation about it. So it's almost because I don't like being silenced. Hey, Amber's alerts. I don't like feeling silenced or being silenced. It pisses me off. So I think that was big of Dorothy to do that. Swallowing is preferred, Siren says. Augustina says, it took many years to understand it takes two people to argue, don't feed into no more. Yeah, and a lot of the times, I mean, because when I see, and this is what it's like a muscle I'm trying to work out, and I'm trying to flex, and I'm trying to really get under control when it comes to YouTube, is when I hear something that is not true. I mean, some is kind of funny, but when I hear stuff that's like, it's so not true to the point where it's actually affecting personal relationships of mine, or people just believing bullshit, and it's really affecting, I guess, your reputation, which I don't really give a fuck about my reputation, but that could be pretty damaging on here. You know, like when people start to spread lies, and make you this hateful, terrible person, like, you know, Lycan, he's a huge racist. If you listen to rumors, then yes, Lycan is a racist. If you listen to Lycan, he's not a fucking racist. If you do your homework and your research and you get to know people and look into things yourself, then you'll see. But people, it's like when they and that's what I don't understand too, is Becca Chu, people like Country Joe, they'll love you and call you, oh, honey, oh, sweetheart. Oh, hey, darling. How you doing, darling? Hey, Save Robbie. Hey, darling. Guys, Save Robbie's here. Guys. How you doing, honey? Oh, I love you, darling. Good to see you here, darling. And then the next minute, she'll be like, fuck you, Save Robbie, you piece of shit. Be nice to your mom, you fucking asshole. Fucking, I never liked him. And then all of a sudden, they have all these hateful things to say about you. It's like, oh, huh? I think Dragon says, who's Miss Portland? I want to be attacked. Well, Miss Portland is my good friend, and I love her. She has a lot of quarrels with people on here, and a lot of them I love right now, so it's disappointing. And even with Noodle Mash, that's another one. I never in a million years thought that I would ever like Noodle Mash, because I did not like her. Not one single bit. I didn't like her. I saw her in a different light. And then when I truly saw, which you guys have not seen any of this, it's all been between me, Mrs. Portland, and Noodle Mash. It's been like via email and kind of like a middleman mediator. And it's felt nice because they both really, truly do, or did, care about their little peace thing they had together. And it was adorable. And it was awesome to like be a part of that. And then people want to fuck it up and make them fight with each other. And I can tell you, I know Miss Portland cares about it, and I know Noodle Mash cares about it. And there's people lying to Mrs. Portland and many other people saying that Noodle Mash is like hateful to her. She's not. She is not. She is very kind, and she does just want that shit to be gone. Okay? But I like Noodle. I like checking in with her sometimes and just saying, are you okay? You know? Instead of being a dick and being like, fuck you, Noodle Mash. Don't clip that. Hey, if somebody clips that, make sure she knows I did not say that. Fucking assholes. That's another part about it. You know what? Let's do a little experiment real fast. Hold on. Oh, hold on a minute. Before I do this little experiment, that's the other thing I wanted to say. I love Scarlett. I don't know if you know who Scarlett is, but I was listening yesterday because I do. I have call it an addiction or whatever it is, but I do like listening to haters' videos because there's some times where I do agree with them about things about myself or other things, or there's always something you can learn about somebody, especially if they're talking about you. So I was listening to, I think somebody was streaming Country Joe, or maybe it was Country Joe. And this is the thing that pisses me off, especially in true crime, is people will use murder victims as a weapon in the drama community. And what I mean by that is exactly specifically this. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, Country Joe said, because Scarlett was like basically telling him to fuck off or whatever. I don't know. And she was saying, oh, Scarlett, who believes that Shanann killed her children. And I'm talking about the Chris Watts case. There's many people who can believe many different versions of justice in a murder case. So let's just make up a made up story. Let's say that that Michael, let's flip it. He would never do that. Let's say that I killed him. I would never do it, but I mean, it's more reasonable. It's more believable. Let's say that I killed Michael and you guys see that he's just the nicest person in the world to me. And then, and then I killed the dog and Carol. And then everyone's going around saying, no, look, there was bickering. And then they believe and they saw like this negative side of Michael that could be present or not. But they believe in a different version of justice in the story. And they're like, look, I don't want to bash a victim, but I'm just saying, I believe maybe Michael did this and maybe he was doing this and that's what led up to it. So when people look into shit in a true crime case, that's not victim bashing because your version of the victim is different than their version of the victim. So if Scarlett or anybody else wants to believe any fucking thing about a crime case, that is their decision. That does not make somebody a bad person, because if somebody truly believes that Shanann killed her children, they have a reason to think that, or they wouldn't think that. And then that would mean that they believe that Chris Watts is somewhat innocent. Now, I'm somewhere along the lines in there, okay, is my beliefs. That doesn't mean I hate Shanann. No, it's just the way that I see the story. That's my observation with oversexing. So that doesn't mean somebody is a terrible person because they believe a different version of a story than you fucking do. And I think that's very below the belt and assholey for CJ to even bring the Watts case into her fucking bullshit drama. Thank you, Elizabeth. That's stupid. And it's almost like these people, and this is why I bring up, Jessica trying to get us to hate Dorothy, or CJ trying to get look, it didn't work. People aren't choosing sides. Even though we're saying we don't want you to choose sides, but we're shutting down Juror's entire live stream because there's people in there and it's not even CJ's channel that CJ doesn't like. So people aren't choosing sides yet. How could we really get them to hate? Ooh, I have a good idea. Let's pull a crime victim into it. Wouldn't that be fun? Let's pull Shanann Watts and her kids into our bullshit drama, and then we'll try to get them to hate Scarlett that way. Wouldn't that be cool? No! Who fucking cares? I don't care if you think fucking Ariel from The Little Fucking Mermaid killed Shanann or Chris or any of those fucks. If you think that for some reason, who gives a fuck? That just means that you have your own opinion. And I respect that. Now, some people have their opinions. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. You're dumb. You fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? But who cares? So no, Scarlett is not a bad person just because she believes a different version of a story. And I don't remember seeing Country Joe around in any of the Chris Watts communities during that case. Does anyone else? Does anyone else? Because Amber, you did a really good video the other day, and Amber and Amy, I was pretty much staying off YouTube because I had wonderful things going on, but I wanted to go in and support them on Juror's panel when they were talking about the topic they were talking about. So I went in, and I was even told beforehand, like, you know, Juror said you're welcome. There's going to be no problem. I was like, okay. So I went in and said, hi, I'm just here to show support. Holy shit. CJ came in there flying in with her wrench, booted me out, and everyone in the chat started talking shit about me. Hello? Hi. I'm just here to show support. No, I was booted. So I texted Amy. I was like, because I didn't know if you guys could see the chat or not, Amber and Amy, but they were talking mad fucking shit, like hardcore shit. And I couldn't even respond because I was blocked to say, I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to show it. So I was just leaving anyways. So then Amy was like, hey, and thank you for doing that, Amy. She was like, can you unblock Robbie? You know, he's my friend and he's here for support. And the whole stream was shut down because CJ threw a fit. I shut that whole shit down just by walking in and saying hi. Isn't that cool? Well, it wasn't very cool for Amy and Amber because they had shit to say. Oh, she was Amber. I didn't know that. She was kicking off before I came in. I didn't know that. All right, before my little experiment, let's oh, and I think Auntie Side-Eye is going. Oh, she's going live at 12:30. Auntie Side-Eye. So hang on real fast. Let's go. Oh, this will be fun. We're going to go back in time real fast. So give me just a minute. This is going to be fun because I'm going to fucking twist the shit out of this narrative. You guys ready for this? Let's twist a narrative or two, shall we? Let's twist the narrative. This is going to be awesome. Let's go back to my sweet, innocent days here on YouTube. Okay. We're going to go to the real fucking innocent days. Oh, yeah. We're going to go to a video that I made that we make our minds up too soon. Because I was like a motivational speaker when I first came onto YouTube. I don't know what the fuck happened. I still try it, but here we go. We're going to twist the fuck out of this narrative. Okay. To show you that you could fucking twist anything you want to. So bring it on. Let's do this. Hang on. Let's go full screen on this. And let's hear what Robbie back in... Oh, this is about judgment and bullying. Oh, wow. Wow. How long ago was this? Let's check the date. This was posted on... wait, where's the description? Oh, show more. I don't know why it's not saying the date. But this was a long fucking time ago. This was like 4 years ago, okay? So let's twist the shit out of this. Tell me if you can hear it. People usually make up their minds that they don't like you before they even talk to you. Can you guys hear that? I'm going to have to turn it up a little bit. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Turn it up. You hear it? Hey, John. Here we go. And nowadays, that's really how it is. But, you know. Ooh, I cussed. I'm a vulgar piece of shit, right? He's not here to spread a positive message. Listen to his listen, as Kathleen Turner says in Serial Mom, listen to your filthy mouth, you fucking whore. We as people are stubborn, and, you know, we'll see food that people are like... Did you hear that? He fucking just said, you guys are all fucking stubborn pieces of shit. Did you just hear what he said? I'm going to rewind it so you can hear what he said again. You know, we'll see food that people are like, hey, try this. It's really good. And we're already making stubborn. And see, you know, we'll see he said it again. But, you know, we as people are stubborn. And oh, notice how he said we? How he's dividing people? Who's we? Who's his people? Like, we're not his fucking people? This guy's a fucking narcissist. What a fucking narcissist. You know, we'll see food that people are like, hey, try this. It's really good. Oh, now he's fat shaming? Now he's fat shaming. Wow.
We'll already make up our mind that we don't like it.
Wow.
We'll already make up our mind that we don't like an artist, music.
See, he's closed-minded. Do you see how closed-minded Save Robbie is? He doesn't even know who the artist is yet. He didn't even name one, and he doesn't fucking like them. That's how closed-minded this piece of shit, narcissistic asshole is. And if you guys don't see it and all the fat shaming he's doing in this video, you are blind. And I don't know. I'm not telling you to choose sides. I'm not telling you to choose, but I don't understand why you would support this. Anybody. And if you do, don't talk to me.
Musician, a movie. Oh no, I don't like that. I don't want to see that. I don't like that. You didn't get
Selfish. He doesn't even offer the other person to see what movie they want to fucking see. Are you kidding me? God, this guy's a fucking dick.
give it a try. You didn't see it. You didn't taste it. You didn't talk to the person. My point here is,
Yeah, get to the point, okay? Because all we've heard him do so far is fat shame and just put people down and talk about himself for 33 seconds. Get to the point, Save Robbie.
is that a lot of people are very judgmental.
Yeah, well, first of all, hold on a minute. He's calling people judgmental. Look at the color of his shirt. Look at the color of his shirt. That is the same color as not only the Republican Party, but that is the same color as Satan. Pay attention, folks. The information is right in front of your faces. Feel me?
And they make up their mind. I'm guilty of it. I've done it plenty of times.
We know you don't have to do. Oh, now he wants to admit to shit? What's he fucking sad fishing? Does he need another fucking fundraiser for an attorney or something? Why is he fucking kissing our ass?
There was a girl in high school that I'm good friends with now, but I never once talked to her in high school. She was in student council.
Did you hear what he said? Let's hear that again. Hold on. Listen to this.
To her in high school. She was in student council. She was in sports. She was popular. She dressed like a slut.
See, slut shaming. Saying he didn't talk to somebody just because they thought she was a slut. Yeah, this is a real nice person. You guys support this guy? You guys support this guy.
She dressed like a slut.
Unbelievable.
Sorry. I almost said she dressed like a slut. Then I almost didn't say it because she might be watching.
Yeah, the truth comes out when you're not watching your mouth, doesn't it, Robbie? Do you have a little slip up? Don't have time to edit this fucking video? Truth always comes out.
Then I thought she dressed like a slut back then. I mean, that's just my honest opinion. I thought she was a whore and a bitch. But
do you hear his filthy mouth? You women, any women who support this man, you support this man and you have a vag pot, honey pot, you're supporting him. He's sitting here fat shaming all women sluts and whores in student council.
she's one of the sweetest people I've ever met over the years.
Oh, see, this is what Save Robbie does. He will say the most foul shit about you and then turn around and say you're the sweetest person he's ever met. Do you see how unstable this man is? I think we're watching a relapse right here, to be honest.
Years, you know, with social media and Facebook and stuff, you get in contact with people and you interact with them.
Do you hear what he said? He will look you up on Facebook and get in contact with people in your real life. This man is a real lifer. He just said it with his own mouth.
When you see who they are, and that's the good thing about social media. I mean, there's lots of that.
Yeah, that you could look people up and dox the shit out of them. Is that what you mean, Robbie? Why don't you just come out and tell us all the horrible shit you've done and put it in a little 7-minute fucking video and we can end this little tea party? How about that?
But my point is, we make our minds up.
Do you see how he paused? He didn't know what to say next because he just slipped up and said that he will look you up on Facebook, folks. You women are friends with this man on Facebook? Watch out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you to choose sides. Just watch out. Watch out.
Of things before even giving it a try. And so what I'm saying is, I really wish one of you would just sleep with me already. I mean, just
see that whole point. He's sitting here slut shaming this whole entire time. He's giving a little speech, sad fishing, not for money, for sex. He's trying to find somebody on the internet to have sex with. I'll have sex with him. Wow.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that
see, he'll say just kidding after stuff. He'll be serious and then he'll say just kidding, but he really means it, you guys. I know I have receipts. Those are coming in like 2 years. I will show them. Okay?
a lot of you are dicks, assholes, and bitches, and you need to stop being douchebags and give things a try. Give love a try. Give it a try. Come on, jump on it.
Again, with the God, this man is a pig. He is a pig. Disgusting. I can't watch anymore. I'm sorry I put you guys through that. I wanted to show you what a creep this man truly is. Fucking asshole. And if you support him, again, I'm not telling you where to go. Okay, I would never do that to anybody in a million years, to tell you who to be friends with, who, choose sides, nothing, none of that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you support this man, lose my fucking number. Do you see how that works, you guys? I did that to prove a point, and actually that was really fun because you could literally twist anything. And hold on a minute. Can we please play one more? Lycan, can you come up here and rip me to shreds, please? Please. I will play another short video. Can you please come twist the narrative on one of these? I will draw it for you right now. I want you to rip me a new one. Because he's good at it. There's the link, by the way. And hold on a minute. We'll look up one more video. Ooh, here's one. How I respond to hate. This is my second video of all time. January 10th of 2019, folks. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, look, now he's wearing a different color shirt. Hold on. Let me put this on. We know how you respond to hate, you little bitch. Save Rob. Tell us how you respond to hate. You kidding me? Jock girl, we're dragging Save Robbie right now. Ooh, okay, Lycan. Nikki, you want to come up and give it a gander? Nikki's good at dragging me too. Really fucking good at dragging me. Anybody want to drag me? You just hit that link and come up, because the next video we're going to be dragging me is this one right here. Wow, twisting narratives is really addicting. I could see why these people really just can't stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? This is awesome. Okay. Second video was about responding to hate. Yes. Oh, can you guys stop timing Mrs. Portland out? You're on your third channel? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Young Rob. Yeah, this was what, 4 years ago? 4 years ago. Okay. Hold on a minute. Nikki, get your ass up here for a drag sesh. Oh, Mrs. Portland Think Dragon. He's my good friend. Like Michael and I, we go like have dinner with him and stuff. He has a great positive channel. I think he was just messing with you. He would never do anything like mean. Never. I've never seen Think Dragon be mean to anybody. Okay. Okay. You have 1 minute. Somebody. Oh, okay. There are trolls about. Okay, Nikki. Hurry up, because we're going to get up here and do a drag sesh. This video is 2 minutes long. I got about, I have like 40 minutes left. I'll say 25, because when I give myself 40 minutes, that means I give myself an hour and 58 minutes. When I give myself 20 minutes, I'll be hitting it maybe around 45, an hour, something like that. Oh. Yeah, so, Mrs. Portland, let's not like fight. If you want to talk afterwards, definitely talk to me, and we don't have to do that in the chat. Because again, we're making this about peace and fun. And the only person being dragged right now is this man with the fake teeth. See those fake teeth on the screen smiling? Those are fake. Okay, I have receipts, and they're coming. It's going to take like a couple of months. We have to go through a third party, go through the dental records, all that kind of stuff. But I didn't run a background on him. Okay. I just did a Google reverse image search on his smile. Okay. And that's public information. Hold on. Is that really you, Lycan? I'm going to have to put the ball sack cover up on the screen real fast. Hold on 1 sec. Hello.
Hey, it's me.
Hey.
I don't want to show my camera because I'm not all, I look like shit, basically.
Oh, well, no, I feel you. I mean, look at this guy on the screen. At least you don't look like that.
Yeah. What's with the Guy Fawkes facial hair?
Oh, well, you know what it is? I was looking at you. I think I used to do the line that what do they call that?
Like lines of coke?
Well, that too, but like the frame, I forget what you call it. There's it's a douchebag haircut, facial haircut. And I used to do the line there and just the mustache, but I
Oh, I
was
see.
lazy and didn't shave. So it was like halfway grown in, real
Mm.
douchey. Yeah.
Did you
for
have a
sure.
retainer here?
No.
No? Okay, your teeth look kind of retainery.
It does look a little bit retainery. And I talked a little bit retainery too. Once I
Yeah.
hit play, you'll see the lisp.
And you got weird eyes. Like, why are they all black? There's no like white.
That was probably all the meth, probably at the time.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like dilation and stuff.
Right.
So if you don't mind,
wait a minute. Wait. What the fuck is on your ears? What is this? What am I looking at?
Okay, hold on. I still wear those to this day. Those are
what is that though?
They are 99 cents in China. It takes about 5 weeks for them to show up at my front door, and I buy them in like 12 packs, and they're just really cheap earmuffs.
They're like tiny little earmuffs, like midget muffs.
Yeah, but it gets worse. The only reason I wear those compared to like a beanie when I'm out in public is I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up my 5 hairs.
Gotcha. All right.
That takes a lot to spike up with Aquanet. Like I do this headbang thing to spike my hair, and Michael was like, "What are you doing?" But I have to do a headbang and like Aquanet the shit out of my hair in order for it to do that lovely hairdo that we're looking at on the screen here.
Are you sure you're not just practicing your blowjob motions?
Well, it is a good handle sometimes when it gets to a certain length. Real good grip, especially if you use a certain type of hairspray that has texture in it, for sure.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm going to push play, okay? Because I
right.
don't think Nikki's coming up yet. But Nikki, feel free to join in at any point because Nikki loves talking shit. And I'll pause at any moment. So let's see what we have to say about responding to hate 4 years ago. Probably a different take than now, I'm sure. Hey, everybody. I just wanted to make a quick video really fast because since I have created a vlog channel separate from my music. Did you hear that? It's a troll channel.
Wow.
Separate.
Goals. Hashtag goals.
Yeah, and then he's making an excuse. It's because, he wants to make one separate from his music because his music sucks. Okay. And I don't think
you don't want to take a gamble on releasing your shitty music on your main channel because then people will be like, what the fuck is this? And they'll just unsub.
Yeah, it's like a wannabe Eminem for the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, kind of cringe.
Yeah. Just in the last week, there was a lot of mean people on here. Like, you guys are vicious. Okay, hold on. On a serious note, though, I want to pause there. What was that?
Can I just say, you like looking to the side there? What was that? Was that like a lie or something?
It's deflection. Yeah.
You're deflecting. You're like kind of like, you people are vicious. And then you look to the side. Like, what's that mean?
It means that he's probably guilty of himself. For sure.
Right. He's probably, yeah. He's a hypocrite.
Oh, hold on real fast.
You're roboting.
Hang on.
I thought this was a professional show. How come your internet is running at 2 megabits per second?
Because I showed up and I'm a hacker.
There you go.
I guess it's that white rapper money just doesn't pay for good internet these days, huh? Wow.
I can't stay long, but I just want to point out the fact that why is your second video about getting hate? What the fuck did you say in your first video, Robbie?
Right? I talked about being a gay Christian.
That's a lie.
But hold on a minute.
He's a liar. Say, though,
remember, my channel started because Molly Golightly helped me start my channel. So it didn't matter how positive I was. There was still I supported.
What's a gay Christian? Is that like a self-hating Jew?
It's like a temple prostitute. You do have temple prostitutes in the Bible. I'm not
What
kidding.
in
There
the
are
Sodom and
homosexual.
Gomorrah are you talking about?
Listen, there are gay temple prostitutes in the Bible.
Can I just
And
say
I
I would
listen
take you a lot more seriously without the Pee Wee Herman haircut?
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
and those aren't ear muffs. That's ear hair.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
what people used to say. They're like, why do you have like a porn? They called it like a porn, like the porn haircut where the creepy receding hairline guy has it like growing down his ears all the way down his back. That's kind of what it does
Yeah.
look like.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hold on. I'm going to push play. Let me close the other
please,
window.
please, nobody time out Mrs. Portland in the chat.
Why?
Is she behaving, or are you being nice, Mrs.
So this
Portman?
one is behaving very well.
No, she's not.
What?
She's just disrespectful. I don't know what she's saying right now.
There's like
What
5
did she
Mrs.
say?
Portlands in here. Where?
Is that? That's not her, is it?
That's her. That's her.
No, it's not.
Which one?
Yes, it is.
Miss Portland, stop it. Oh, stop it.
I'm confused. Which one is there a real Mrs. Portland in here? Are those fake?
They're all her. They're all they're all Mrs. Portland.
She
Oh,
has to
she
keep
said
switching
due to
channels
being timed out.
Oh, you
That's her.
guys. Look, Marie said it best. See, she took notes from this video back then.
So this is a perfect storm.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on here?
This is hilarious.
Okay, I'm gonna push play.
All right.
But I won't respond with a mean message to you. I'll actually
Cut to
Actually,
4 years
and then you just
later.
totally contradict what he was just said.
Oh, a fraud.
Actually, I'm going to be a fucking dick.
Hold on, dude. Somebody needs to clip that. And I will not respond to a mean message to you guys. And then cut to like every year after this, you fucking cunts, and like
Yep.
screaming. And I mean, this kind of is a good example of how social media can push you over the edge. In my defense, anybody?
Yeah, you're a good case study for, social media insanity.
Yeah, that's a good word for it, because I mean, look how
Progression.
innocent I was and fake.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted peace with everybody and everybody get along. Okay, nobody needs to respond negatively. And then I met
Then
Nikki.
he met me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nikki, do you want to tell Lycan what happened that one time, speaking of making lemonade? Because apparently I still like harass her and stuff, apparently. Do you remember when I shut down the internet with one word?
Well,
Do
there
you
was a
remember
few
that?
times, but which give me a hint.
It was an H word, and we were on my panel
Oh
screaming.
God,
like making
stop! You know what?
bag?
I tried to forget about that. No, it was herpes, and
Oh.
it was just a great. Speaking of a perfect storm, it was just a stupid thing. A big argument was happening. Robbie yelled this word out, and like this
the
chat
whole
just
chat
went
and everything
silent.
stopped and stood still.
Wow.
I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, it was back
So I think it
when
was on my
Lemonade and I
channel.
would bicker and fight, and I think we were screaming at each other on a panel, and I said that, and even Nikki shut her mouth.
It's not.
There's a few people that are kind of surrounding these communities that I don't want anything to do with, and that's one of them. And they all kind of congregate in certain areas, like the poon handlers and people like that.
Yeah, well, and there's like different levels, I guess, of association, because like people like RDA, I used to really let them get under my skin, and they're part of the reasons why I'm corrupt and filthy with my language now.
Yeah.
But there's like certain people like that where you learn that, because you deal with trolls a lot better than I do, and Nikki does too, but like you play around with them. I've let a lot of them like piss me off and make me look like a total fucking fool. And RDA is one that for the longest time I had to learn, like, oh, like this is a hobby of theirs. It's not like I would never want to associate with them.
Right.
I let them drag me in my own chat. I do not block.
Wow.
I'm like,
that's
I'm here.
hardcore.
Yeah, I don't even, not really, because I don't care. It's like, yeah, that's nice. Who am I to stop?
Like there's certain people that you just like, that they're kind of assholey, but they're not that terrible. So you're like, okay, I'll let them around or whatever. But hang on. Oh, hello.
So I've been trying to get your attention.
Oh, sorry. What's going on?
Mrs. P's down there causing a bunch of spam, and she won't stop.
Oh.
No,
We've
that's not
asked
true,
her
Mrs.
several
Portland.
times to
That's
stop.
not true. Mrs. Portland is an innocent, wonderful woman. I don't know what you're talking about. Missing in life.
No. I found.
Why are
we
you
found
hating
the
on Mrs.
culprit,
Portland? She is a
Lycan.
protected citizen.
We found all the culprits. There is a real Mrs. Portland down there spamming.
It is her.
Her alts.
Oh
She's
my
texting me
God.
the same
Are you
stuff.
sure? Are you sure
I
that
am
Mrs. Portland
sure.
isn't just
I am
trolling
sure.
herself
I
on
went
an
to
alt?
the channel, damn it.
Are you
It's
sure
the
that she's not
pink
just
M.
trolling herself on an alt, ma'am?
It is a pink M.
I'm saying, what if on the other account she is trolling herself to make herself look like the victim?
She is not the victim. I just said she was spamming the chat with repeated offenses.
Ma'am, ma'am.
Start with me.
Can I ask, because I didn't notice, what was she saying that she started getting timed out? Does anyone know?
Okay,
It was just the
how
concept.
about you let the person speak who actually timed her out?
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, what
Oh.
she just was doing what she always does, where she comes in, she kind of just plays victim a lot. She says she's being bullied, she's being harassed. Nobody's going at her. No one's talking about her. I don't think she's being bullied and harassed even by Noodle Mash, even though she's going at her again. And you know, she just wants to kick up a bunch of fuss in the chat for no reason. You're not even paying attention, Robbie, like half the time. Like you were reviewing your video. And,
Well, and the thing she's
just
doing
going on
is
and on.
sorry.
Go on.
Yeah, like Robbie, you're talking about what you're talking about, which you were being serious, and she's literally spamming the chat and making it all about her, totally distracting people from what you're talking about. Which, unfortunately,
Exactly.
I hate to say this, but she does this every time she comes in your chat.
Every time.
Even me, like when I'm trying to listen to you, it's really difficult because she not only does this, but she does it in caps, and she talks about herself all the time. And it's like
all the time.
we're trying to
And
listen to
tries to
you,
make it
people are
about
trying
her.
to talk to each other, and she's doing this. And it's, I mean, she has a channel she can do that on, you know, and
Yes,
if she wants to
that
join
she
a
frequently
conversation,
does.
yeah,
She
Yeah,
does it
well,
in
sort
every
of-
chat, though.
And with that being said, like, and I try to stress to her too, because I mean, there's plenty of people that I talk to now and like I never really knew him before, and I thought he was a dickhead. I thought you were a part of RDA. She was like, fuck this troll piece of shit. And you know, getting to know Lycan and stuff, and then seeing people fight with Mrs. Portland, that I'm definitely not going to take sides with that, and I don't even want that to be a conversation. And Mrs. Portland knows that off of here, so I'm sorry I didn't see that and catch it, because I like Lycan, I like Tiff, Anti Side-Eye, like all these people that she's fighting with, and I can't, you know, I'm not going to make that a part of.
I was nice to her. I didn't say anything rude. I just asked her if she could maybe not do that, and she called me nasty and said she was blocking me. And
yeah,
okay, that's perfectly acceptable.
That is what she does.
She has me blocked so she can't see me, and I was trying to tell her to please stop, because it does get a little annoying, you know, because we're here to support you.
Yeah.
She uses
and like I was trying to make
her
this, like,
friend
fun,
as a
you know?
weapon.
If she didn't go off topic all the time and just relate everything back to herself, then it wouldn't be like an issue. You know, we could just ignore her or whatever. I have my problems with people, but when I go in a chat where I see someone I don't like, I just ignore them. You know, unless they're spamming or starting crap or whatever.
But you can only take so much of it. Of seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So I finally
like
timed her out, so maybe she would get the point. But she just, you know, came in and played victim.
Yeah, we want to respect
okay,
the fact
now
that
I'm
you're her
back on my
friend.
Southern's back up.
Sure.
Nikki, back off.
What I will say,
Yeah,
to Mrs. Portland is that,
she didn't.
and she knows,
you know,
I love you, Mrs. Portland.
Do not do that.
I will say, like, Nikki has been a very, very close, long-running friend on here, probably one of the longest ones, like close friends outside
February
of YouTube as well.
2019.
Yeah, a long time. And I think what they're saying is that, like, when there's a topic or something, of course I care about you and we can talk about it, but like maybe people like want me because I already have ADHD and my brain goes all over the place, and I don't even stay on my own topic sometimes. So I think maybe people are just saying they don't want to see that going on, and I agree. Actually, like I support you, but again, there's a lot of people you're fighting with in here that are welcome here, Mrs. Portland, and I don't want everyone here fighting.
Robbie,
like you can do it on.
Here's the conundrum of having Mrs. P in your chat, okay? On the one hand, you don't give her a wrench, and you have a bunch of other people with wrenches. Well, she's going to misbehave in the chat, and she might get timed out a few times, okay? On the other hand, if you give her a wrench, then she's going to time out and ban people that you like in your chat. So you don't have a perfect solution here either way.
Yeah. Bye, Think Dragon. No, I get that, and it with her, and that's why I know like she will register things differently and stuff. But at the same time, I definitely can't. And even with Noodle Mash now, I've made my own. Like it's not just about Mrs. Portland and Noodle Mash. I think that was a lot of progress. Even me talking to Noodle Mash and being full with her, and it feels really good. And so I can't change that now that they're fighting again because I really am in a good place with that woman, and I've learned that she's really not very bad at all.
Well, here's the thing, Robbie, and this is just my opinion on the subject. I think Mrs. P is using Noodle Mash as like this bully figure so she can just play victim and cry on her channel about it. She like needs Noodle Mash to be her bully.
Also,
she's not a bully.
I'm waving my
I feel
hand
like
at you.
she totally understands what's going on.
I'm gonna get more coffee. 1 sec.
Okay.
She understands the concept of what she's doing because she has her comments turned off for a reason. This is the reason. So this doesn't happen to her.
Yeah, and like what you were saying, I 100% have a clip of her the night that she caused all the BS about PA.
Who is that?
With her stating Portland
Archives.
Okay, so she literally said, "Well, I must be doing something right, causing all this problems because I've grown my channel pretty well today." I'm like, oh,
yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm like, if that is what you're all for, then have at it, woman.
That's, I mean, yeah, that's, I don't know what to say about that, but what I'm saying is the only thing that I have a problem with, I don't know Mrs. Portland. I have a problem with her weaponizing her friendship with Robbie. I don't like that. I think it's rude. It's disrespectful. And she understands that she's friends with Robbie. And we all know what's going to happen after this, right? We know.
Yep.
And I just don't think it's fair that she comes in the chat and she not only disrespects the people that are here to support, they're giving Robbie their time and attention. And that's something that is to be appreciated. And she's disrupting the chat and she's using her friendship with Robbie to as a help me out, Mike, as a way to be able to allow herself to do that and say, she's aware that she is going to be allowed or she's going to get, I can't even think right now, but
no, I get what you mean. Yeah.
And it's not fair.
Basically, Robbie is her foothold in this community. She feels like she's immune to, everyone's criticisms as long as she has Robbie to defend her. And she had
he's got to be like put in the middle of this though. But I just wanted to draw attention to that for you. I'm gonna jump down. I'm supposed to technically be sleeping for another hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
For work.
Now she's gonna run back to her channel and cry about it.
But your voice woke me up, Robbie.
Sorry about that.
And here's the other thing. I have to mention this just because it's so egregious, and it's one of the latest factors that kind of leads me to think she's doing this shit on purpose. Okay, she went on one of my ex-friends' panels yesterday, which I think you heard about, Robbie, where
which one?
Mrs. Portland went up on this one. I don't even want to mention their name.
Oh, okay.
That's like how much I don't want to even.
Can I say something I've been wanting to say? Sorry,
Sure.
I hate to interrupt you, but there's this thing going around where people seem to think Lycan is new. Lycan has been around since Lemonade days. Okay, I remember that. And I don't know why people think he's new to this community. He's literally been around for at least 3 years that I can recall. I just wanted to say that because it's been bothering me. I hear people saying like, "Who is this guy? He's new." No, he is not new. He's absolutely not new.
I've been
So
around.
go ahead.
Yeah. I explore different communities and stuff from time to time. But
So you're talking about something egregious.
yeah, so Mrs. P went up on this panel just last night, and she went up on there seemingly for no other purpose than to start shit. She was calling Tiff a man again. She was saying that she was pregnant again with whatever, and we trolled her right back. We don't have a problem doing that. Like, Mrs. P, if you want to troll, we'll troll your ass 10 times harder. Okay, we don't have a problem with that. We know you're a troll. We know what you're all about. We're wise to your game. Okay, but you can't keep playing this whole victim, protected class bullshit. Okay, if you want to be a troll and you want to come at people and lie about them and spread bullshit, okay, well, don't be surprised by the pushback then.
Well, and like I see, like clearly, Mrs. Portland, clearly you're like upset with me, but I have to point out, like Lycan said, I didn't see what was being said, but I will say that when Mrs. Portland, when you do get mad at people, and I told you this before, when you get mad at people, you will automatically go over to somebody who was terrible to you, like Natasha or anybody, and you will be like, I'm so sorry, and you'll apologize to them. So let me point out, Mrs. Portland, that I've never made a ruckus or was put it in your face that every time you've gotten mad at Lycan or somebody, you've gone to people that are terrible to me and do terrible stuff and been like, I support them and all this. And it's like, you don't realize that's also a slap in the face to me as well. But you're doing that to, kind of cause a ruckus, and that's not okay.
Well,
for you to get mad at me over that, that's not my problem.
Robbie, hold on. That's not the only reason she does it. It's not just to cause a ruckus. I'm serious when I say that she wants to keep a foothold in a community, and that's through any means necessary. So if she feels she's losing it, like either with you or me, she will go to someone else to get that foothold back. She needs to cling on to a community somehow through somebody.
Well, I will say that
she literally will go to anybody to do that.
I love Mrs. Portland unconditionally, but again, I'm not gonna be treated like that when I didn't do anything. And this wasn't even about her, so I don't know how this even turned into that. We were having a good time, and
this isn't about anything that you.
This all started because she said something really horrible to Portland Archives and would not apologize.
Yeah.
This is how this started.
Yeah, and what happened here today, it's not about anything you said or did. You did nothing wrong, Robbie. It's because of what you didn't do. And what you didn't do is put her first and throw us all out.
Yeah, and one
that's
thing, and
not fair.
And Nikki, you know this because you've been my friend a long time. I don't just go to bat for people just to fucking do it. Most of my friends can handle their own shit. And as far as Mrs. Portland, I can't take on every single battle she has. My whole thing with Noodle Mash, and we succeeded. That was like a big accomplishment to make peace with somebody you've been fighting with for that many years, and then just to ruin it over God, I don't even know what. But Noodle Mash does not want to fight with her. I know that for a fact.
Can I just say to this truth untold person in the chat, I don't care if she blows, dude. I don't care what she does. I want people to be aware of what she is. And so, yes, I will talk about it.
Hey, Siren.
And here's the deal. We found the person who found out who Portland Archives was, also found out that when Mrs. P went over to Natasha to make peace, that Natasha and You Dirty Hooker and a couple of other people were going to use her to try and get at Noodle Mash when Noodle Mash and Mrs. P had made peace. So they thwarted that, and that's why Mrs. P took her last YouTube break. That is why she took her last YouTube break. But here she went and had this last little bit of drama, and not Noodle Mash, and You Dirty Hooker has gotten back into Mrs. P's ear, and Mrs. P is listening to her again, knowing that you dirty hooker, just tried to use her. And she's letting you dirty hooker use her again. Use her again.
And Siren, hold on. So I'm glad you mentioned Hooker, because Hooker is also friends with these people that I was just talking about, who she hopped on the panel last night. And so that printout of the picture of this Tiffany person that she was claiming was Tiff, who got arrested for meth or something like that, very clearly looks like a completely different person, but she's showing the picture off on her live stream like it's her. I'm sorry, but you're not going to tell me that you can't tell the difference between faces, Mrs. Portland. You know exactly what you were doing. You were doing that to lie about Tiff and spread it because you're just pissed off at me. That's why she was doing it. You know damn well that she knew that wasn't Tiff. She knows what she's doing.
Oh, she
and
does.
Even if it was Tiff, like that, Tiff is somebody who is very supportive to Mrs. Portland, and just to turn around so quickly and do that, that's not cool.
Well, she weaponizes people.
Like if it actually was Tiff, then I could be like, okay, maybe she just didn't know. You know, like if it was a picture of Tiff that was emailed to her or something, like, whoa, is this her? But it wasn't. It was a completely different person, and she's holding it up like it's her.
Well, I've said this before, and I've said this to Mrs. Portland privately over and over and over again. Noodle Mash did not get along with her for years, and for Noodle Mash and her to come to some sort of resolution was pretty big. And so for that Hooker lady to come in and say, oh, I care about Mrs. Portland, I care, she deserves to know this. If you cared, you would have told her this a long fucking time ago. You only did it because you're fighting with Noodle Mash. Thank you, Noodle Mash, by the way. And that's the only reason you're doing it. You don't care about Mrs. Portland, because if you did, you would have been supporting her from the very beginning, when it's unpopular to do that. When Lycan was supporting her, I've been supporting her, and you got attacked for that shit.
Isn't the timing really convenient? Like, as soon as we fall out with her, then she just crawls up and wants to support her. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's a red flag right there.
She's joining the community of people who literally like lie about people for fun. Okay.
Truth untold, there's a lot of mentally unstable people around.
This is what she's doing. Like she is basically lying for fun now about people. And I don't think that's funny. I don't think, unless your like troll game is like on point and you're just that good at trolling to the point where it's funny, just lying and slandering people isn't funny. Okay?
That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. Making fun of somebody, stating your opinion, whatever it is, like, who cares? People do that about you all the time. They do it. Who cares? But when it becomes like nonstop, like lie to make you paint it out to be this person that you're not, and people, it starts actually affecting your channel, the way people see you, like outside of YouTube, all that, that's not okay.
Right. Here's the thing, truth untold, she's not mentally unstable. She's not. I've seen her like go live. I've seen her in her videos. She's very calm.
Yeah, and Michael Portnoy, no one is bullying Mrs. Portland, but sometimes she has to be shown the truth. And the dirty hooker is the woman who tried to start the rumor that I was having sex with my cat. How do you think that is humanly possible? Look at the size of this animal. Look at the size of this animal. How do you think that is possible?
Nikki's the one who does that, so you got the wrong person first of all.
That's so fucking ridiculous, Siren. I wouldn't even respond to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is something you don't even need to go into mechanics of, because that is a cat.
Everyone knows you don't do that.
Yeah, but I don't think. I think Mrs. Portland, just from what I personally have observed from her, I don't think she's as much of as weak as she portrays herself to be. I think that she's definitely not. Like, there's a lot of people that have mental disabilities in this community and just in life in general that I don't know. She just aggravates me. I don't know what to say, but I
she's
think
just a manipulative, narcissistic liar, and she displays some sociopathic tendencies.
Well, she's probably going to drag me, but again, I did not plan for the stream to go in this direction, and I did not.
Yeah, but why should you be held hostage? That's what this is. Like, this is what she does.
unconditionally. However, again, there are boundaries, and you tell somebody repeatedly, you know, I'm not going to get involved with that, or that is your business. And then, you know, they try to come in your chat and make it their business and stuff like that. Like, it's not my business. If I'm good friends with all three of you on here, and then all of a sudden I have a fight with one of you, and then be like, you guys need to choose, this is not okay. And every time I make a fucking big deal out of it, it's like one time, maybe, yeah, you're upset, but over and over, you can't do that to people because it's not their battle. And eventually you do work things out with people.
Well, here's the thing, Robbie.
The other people are fucked.
Here's the thing. It's not about like you choosing this person or that person. It's about her taking accountability, and she is refusing to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of times pride gets in the way of bullshit, and you just. Mm-hmm. But I think she's also the people that really have taken some hits for you and stuff, you can't just forget that and throw that away. Like, it's not, people don't do that to be like, okay, now you owe me. But I've never wanted to, even when she was attacking me on her channel and hated me and didn't even know me, I didn't want anything bad to happen to her. So it's just not fair to put people in that position and then turn around when you get mad at them and completely fuck them over and be like, okay, now I'm going to all their haters and supporting them and apologizing to them, when you know damn good and well who the good people and the bad people are. I will say Portland is smart enough to know who the fucking really shitty people are that care about her or that don't care about her, and then the ones that do care.
Yeah. She's smarter than she seems. Way smarter.
Like, it would just be nice if she was as respectful in your chat as she is to the people she's about to run to. Mm-hmm. Right now. Like, you're going to see a video from her apologizing.
I do see it sometimes and just ignore it. And that's my fault for doing that, because a lot of people, you know, when I ignore it, it could be a slap in the face. Like, if she's talking shit about Lycan in my chat and I just see it and I'm just like, you know, don't do that, or and I don't time her out or something and don't put the foot down, that could be definitely my fault because I'm allowing it to happen. But I've always said I'm not the boss of her or anything, but I can see how that can be looked at as like enabling, which I'm not, and I wouldn't, but just kind of letting her do that. And it's because I see the way her mind operates, and a lot of times it takes a long time for her to cool down. But there's also a limit with people. You have like, okay, this is happening and reoccurring every time. It takes a long time. I understand it takes a long time for her to be like, okay, I was wrong and I apologize. But like over and over and over again, after a while, it's like, you got to stop doing that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, when she apologizes, it's always advantageous to her.
Yeah.
It's not because she genuinely means it, in my opinion.
Well, and I mean, that is just from observation a lot of times, or an apology to somebody just to get back at somebody else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My problem is that, you know, there's this expectation that, you know, because of whatever issue she has, that people should be sympathetic towards her or treat her, you know, a little softer. But meanwhile, some of the shit that has come out of this woman's mouth is just like, you know, when you start talking about people, you know, I'm not going to say specifically some of the things that she has said, but there are some heinous shit she has said. And I don't believe for 1 second that she is not aware of how hurtful those things are, because she's clearly very aware of how hurtful, or she wants people to understand how she's hurt. Well, if you can understand, or if you want people to understand how hurt you are, but take no accountability for what has come out. She has doubled down on some shit to come out and say, listen, I don't care. You have to be, I can't say it. I don't want to say some of the things that she has said, but I mean, she knows
they're
that
racist
they were wrong.
And stuff. Yeah.
Well, no, when you're talking about people's dead children.
Right. And that too.
And then to say, I'm not going to apologize for that.
Right.
Come on.
Right. There's that. But then here's the thing. That's just the real her starting to come out again. Like, remember when she used to go on these like racist tirades and stuff and say really off the wall shit? I think she said something about Asian people one time.
Well, she did that about gay people with me.
Right.
And
so
I
here,
knew it was
Can we
go
open
ahead.
the door to the possibility that that's who she really is and she just tries to
That's
cover
not
it
a
up?
possibility. That is who she is. I've been paying attention to her just in probably the last month, 6 weeks, and I couldn't believe it. I used to sympathize with this woman. I used to feel bad for her. I did. And then I started paying attention to her, and I started thinking, we're being bamboozled over here. Like, this woman is a master manipulator. Let's just say it for what it is. She's a fucking master manipulator. She's fucking with people. And when it comes back on her, she's a victim. No, the fuck she's not. Okay, Mrs. Portland, you need to stop.
Exactly.
Stop it. Because you're out here hurting people and you're weaponizing people. And you know what? It's becoming very obvious.
Yeah.
And can I just say real quick, like, as someone who delights in the ridiculousness of comedy and saying off the wall stuff for laughs, I know the difference between that and what Mrs. Portland does. Like, she genuinely wants to hurt people, and she is very ugly inside.
Yeah.
When I say a lot of stuff, I'd say it just because it's so ridiculous. Like, I'm doing like a parody of someone like that. When I see her do it, I'm like, she really means this shit. Like, I know the difference.
That's exactly it. She wants to hurt people. Sorry, Sarah.
And the reason my relationship with her is stressed is because she went after my late wife, and she has still not apologized for it. And I give her a lot of grace in here to protect her because I know she's still friends with you. And I don't regret protecting her in here because I'm doing the job that I'm supposed to do with marriage. But it's not good. I'm just not going to tolerate anything like that outside of here, you know?
I have to get in the shower in a few minutes, but if I'm sure Mrs. Portland is listening, Mrs. Portland, I don't hate you. I love you, but you're going to be mad. The thing is, just like you coming in here and stating what's upsetting you over and over in my chat, other people have been silent, and they'll private message me and be like, dude, why is she doing this? I don't want to fight with her in your chat. So they're voicing their opinions now simply just because of not being able to speak up, and probably because I sit here and allow it to happen every time, and they don't want to disrupt or like piss me off or whatever, but they're just stating how they feel too. And I didn't plan on this, but you started saying your feelings, so they're just saying theirs, and this is not an attack because I have nothing but love for you, and that's it. But these people are also hurting. Even Noodle Mash, like, that was hard work for her to give you a chance and to move on and stuff, and now it's completely ruined because somebody's messing with, like, somebody that hates Noodle Mash is using that and abusing it in order to make you fight, and you're falling for it.
Oh, I can't with this right
He's
now.
in the chat.
I'm sorry.
Ms. Portland, don't say that. Stop it. Yes, you do. Stop. See, that's going backwards. All the progress you make, you can't throw it away just because people are voicing their opinions.
Yeah, Hooker's your friend that you met just last week. Yeah, she's really your friend.
Robbie is
Hooker
your friend.
is first of all, Mrs. Portland, that Hooker lady, Dirty Hooker, whatever her name is now, she says horrible fucking shit about me. Terrible. Calls me a little fairy, a little man, a little bitch boy, like, because she's a lesbian, so she can say that, right? Which I don't give a fuck. But she sits there and says really hateful shit. And I've never once said, oh, don't talk to her because she says this. But I have told you that she is using and abusing you just to get back at Noodle Mash. And that's very apparent. And you're not seeing that. But you're going to have to learn eventually. And people can't sit here and be your crutch and stuff when they're trying to tell you, and people who care about you, like me, saying, don't let these people mess with your mind because that's what she's doing. And no, Hooker is not your friend, because I told you this the other day on the phone. If she cared about you, she would have been there for you from the very fucking beginning and not contributing to chats that are fucking dragging the shit out of you until she fought with Noodle. And then she's like, oh, poor Miss Portland. No. If you're dumb enough to believe that anybody, then that's just stupid.
Like I said, she will grab onto anyone to have a foothold.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't even entertain anything that she's
you're giving her
right now.
You're giving her attention, and
yeah. Well, and I can't sit here and allow, yes, I love you, Miss Portland, but I can't allow you to, like, if you're upsetting other friends, like, Nikki or anyone else that's been around for a long time and you're disrupting and they're just like, hey, can you please stop? And then you're not. And then I'm supposed to, no, I'm not going to say something. They want you to stop. Everybody stop. But when you keep going,
I was very respectful.
I'm not going to sit there and let my friends be abused.
Yeah.
I was very
point,
respectful.
it's not necessary.
I just asked her to please not do this in your chat. Or actually, I just said if she could be respectful. She called me nasty, and now she's saying that, you know, we're not trashing. Anyways, I'm not going to entertain anything that comes out of her fingertips or her mouth right now, because I know that what her motive is for it. I've seen this play out too many times. This is what she does. When things don't go her way, she throws a temper tantrum and says things to trigger people, like the comments she's made in here. And you know what? None of what she is saying right now is worthy of any attention. It's just not. I mean, that's
same old song and dance.
Yeah.
I've literally heard every word that she's about to say, like, before.
Yep. It's like the boy who called wolf.
We've done this over. Like, what is it called? Wash, rinse, repeat.
Yep.
Lather, rinse, repeat. Yeah.
Lather, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, and basically she has her own channel to say her piece, but this is your chat, and I mean, she doesn't need to take it over.
And I will say, I got to give Mrs. P credit. You know, she got exactly what she was looking for.
Yeah.
You know, she got some attention. She got the whole thing to be about her. So congrats.
Hold on. Yeah. I'm going to hop off here, but I just want to, she's Mrs. Portland. I am your friend. I was, or I am, but I can't allow my other friends to be mistreated because you're angry. And I can't just stand by and be like, oh, that's okay. Because there's only, I do believe that you do register things differently. And there's a different way of dealing with you in my personal experience and opinion. But I also have other people that I love and care about. And I can't let them just sit there and be talked to in a certain way and just be like, oh, it's okay because it's Miss Portland saying it. Like, there is a line that you have to draw and say, that's not okay. Apologize. So you can delete my phone number if you want to. But this was not even, the stream was not about you. I was trying to have fun with, you know, negative stuff and turn it into a funny thing. And that got completely thrown off track because of you. It wasn't because of anybody else. They were timing you out because they didn't want it to get steered off track. So I don't know. I know Auntie Side-Eye is going live. She changed it for an hour. It was going to be in 5 minutes, but sorry. You guys have anything else to say before I go? Because I got to go get in the shower.
I can tell a joke real quick.
I think she's
your jokes are shit, Siren. Just kidding. Go ahead.
Well, they might be, but I can tell one real quick.
A gay dad joke. This I got to hear.
A baby seal walks into a club.
I was looking forward to dragging Robbie, but whatever. Come on.
Wait. Give us that setup again.
A baby seal walks into a club.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
That's a joke. What?
Oh,
I just joke. Yeah.
Joke.
A baby seal.
Please don't repeat it. Don't.
Walks into a club.
You know, like clubbing seals.
That's
a thing.
Yes, the thing.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That's awful, Siren.
I told you your jokes were shit. Hey, do you guys get the joke on my shirt? By the way, that's Hillary Clinton, just so you know. Now read it.
You
get it? I love cunt
music.
That's great.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, if you all didn't hear it, go to my channel, which I hope someone will post the link because I'm up here, and go listen to the song I just did. I did it for my parents because that's one of their favorite songs, and I did it the best I could. It's called Sylvia's Mother by Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. It's from like 1971, and I did it the best I could. It's about a guy calling the mother of the woman he was seeing, and her mother won't put her on the phone, and he's trying to talk to her to tell her goodbye. So
there's a real Sylvia's Mother, but you know what else they should listen to? Siren had a video. I don't know if he still has this video up, but I remember I listened to it a while ago, and it's Siren actually singing. And I couldn't believe that that voice was coming out of Siren. And so there was a few other people that I sent the link to. I sent the link to a few people, and we were listening to it, and we were debating if that was really your voice. And I'm like, that's really his voice. And I think he was sick that day too. Sirens. What were you singing? Was it Hallelujah? No.
The song, my very first video on there was when I was in Italy. I was doing a tour with the Evansville, Indiana Philharmonic Chorus, and I was the lead soloist. The song was called Every Time I Feel the Spirit. I was doing spiritual, and and
Siren, you know one of the reasons I love you. You know one of the reasons I love you, and this is a compliment, by the way. If you've never seen the show Superstore, that's my favorite show ever. And Glenn, the store manager, your voice, you and him talk the same. He's hilarious. If you haven't watched it, check out. Your voices are the same, and he's funny and adorable.
Oh, Tiff wants me to read her joke.
Oh, okay.
So her joke is, you cut a hole in the ice and put some peas in it, and when the bear comes to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole. I forgot to ask the question. How do you catch a polar bear? So I told that
You cut a hole in the ice and put some peas in it, and when the bear comes to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole.
Yeah.
That's adorable. It was funny even before you said, because ice hole, you know.
Yeah, ice hole. Yeah.
Anyways, guys.
Sorry, you spaced it too far apart, Tiff.
See, let it be known that we were dragging me. We were dragging me. We were not dragging Mrs. Portland.
Right.
Honestly, Robbie, I would just try not to stress too much about this, and just, you know what? Okay, Sarah, right? Just
and I know how she operates, so I'm gonna let her come, and I'm not gonna I'm never gonna be mean to Mrs. Portland ever. I mean, some people get fed up and they snap on her, but in my own mind, I know that that's somewhere I'm never gonna go with her ever. So
it's not about being mean. No, nobody's out here to specifically.
Well, I'm not gonna
be
on here
mean
calling
to her
like the C word stuff.
A cunt? No.
Cunt. Correct.
No.
That's contract.
I would never call her that, because I don't ever. Anyways, I wouldn't stretch. Like you said, just let her do what she does, and it's just, this is what she does, and it's unfortunate that it has come to this, but she is disrespectful. She was disrespecting your chat, and anyways, we've already been through it. So
and that goes for and I love Carolyn. I've had this connection with her as of recently, and there's misunderstandings. But the thing is one thing that drives me nuts, and I'm not talking about now because you guys didn't change the subject, but one thing that drives me nuts about watching a live stream or having one is when you're like, okay, I'm going to drop the link, and you think someone's going to come up and contribute to the actual conversation, and they completely end up fucking, I'm like, and they're like, hey, how are you? And they just start talking about something completely different. And I'm like, I appreciate the kindness, but fucking reach out in a message for that. Or they'll talk about something completely fucking that I don't even know anything about and don't care. And I'm like, okay, can you?
That is disrespectful too, because people come here to listen to you. That's why we go to these channels. We don't come here to listen to her or any, you know what I mean? And that, I'm going to tell you, that shit was annoying. I would leave. I would be like, I'm not doing this. She has a channel,
I've had, people. Do you remember the Glare used to do that all the time, Nikki, on my fucking channel? I'd be talking about something and he'd call in. I'd be like, "Do you have anything to contribute?" He's like, "No, I just wanted to." And that's when he was channel building, by the way. He always used to.
I think he was. I always just thought he was trolling you.
No, because
he does that. He trolls.
Yeah, but it's annoying. I would never just call. I hate when things get way out of when there's 5,000 people on a panel and it started with one topic. That's why I couldn't stand watching Natasha at times, because her channel would get these boring people would take over. And as much as I don't like Natasha, she was fucking entertaining to watch. And when you get all these other people, it's like, dude, no, I want to watch her, not 500,000 people up there that there's long pauses. They're like, "Oh, how was your day?" Good. Good. That's good. And then it's all silent for 5 minutes. I'm like, this sucks. Somebody start shit with someone.
Yeah. They don't understand how to run a live stream.
Yeah, it's just like, and that goes for the same thing. Like, if any of you were having a live, I would never just call in unless I had something that I wanted to contribute to it, you know, not
Okay,
just call
wait
in
a
and be
minute.
like,
Don't get
"Hey,
crazy.
shut
Robbie
your
has
mouth,
hijacked.
Nikki."
Yeah, no, he has hijacked me. Death threats. It's crazy. I mean, I had to private all my lives because it just got so violent.
Yeah. But it's just like, it's embarrassing almost too, because it's not even on topic. And I'm not going to say names, but there's so many people that have done that. Or like, for example, and I know this is maybe selfish on my part, but I don't care because it was my fucking fundraiser. I was doing a live for my fundraiser like back months and months ago. Somebody literally called in and like, yeah, maybe they thought it was like a fundraiser live stream for everyone to say, hey, I need help too. They literally called in with their sob story while I was going through legal bullshit. They're like, I really need help if anybody can do it. And it put me in a position where I'm like, okay, if I tell them to shut the fuck up, I'm an asshole, but this is not about you right now. This is about me. And it's just fucking stupid when people do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable. What do you even say? I don't know.
I guess fuck off. Maybe I need to just stop allowing it, I guess.
I think you should just
so all of you guys on this panel
like that.
Fuck off. Just kidding.
Like you just treat them like you treat me.
Like shit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for being
just tell them
pig for shit.
Did you say?
Thank you for being my shit ass guinea pig.
I'm Canadian, so I'm always very nice.
She's Canadian, and I'm proud of your English speaking, by the way, today, Nikki.
Yes. Probably
pick her off the panel.
Yes. Normally your mouth is full of poutine.
Yes.
Poutine.
Yes, we do love it. And maple syrup.
Oh.
And Canadian bacon.
Okay, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I keep hearing about it.
Okay, seriously, I thought Canadians were Amish. When I saw Nikki's picture, and I'm stupid when it comes. No, I'm not kidding. I'm so not geographically smart that like when I first started talking to her, I was like, she's like really provocative for like, I pictured all Canadians being like wearing bonnets and living in tents.
Oh my God.
And
that may have been the ditziest thing you've ever said, Robbie.
I met Nikki. I was like, wait, you don't have like the tent people there? She's like, no.
Me and Bartender are teaming up. We're fighting you.
Well, you know, I live with everyone.
We live like 40 minutes apart.
And if Nikki moves to Nunavut, the government will pay her. They'll pay her to move there. So just move on up there.
Will they? Oh, I don't know about that.
That's what I heard, because there's no one there. So like she can go build a cabin with her bare hands and just move there with no one around.
No.
You guys make your own maple syrup in your tents.
Ooh.
No.
With your bonnets.
You catch the juices out of your honey pot into your bonnet, and then you let it
That's
saturate
disgusting.
For a while.
Wow. What the fuck is wrong with
I never learned so much about Canadian culture than I did in this live stream.
It's beautiful. It's really a beautiful history if you look into it. They also did something to our White House back in the day that I'm not going to say out loud.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Nikki, you were there.
Wow.
Anyways, guys.
What an old ass bitch.
Is anybody else going live? Because Auntie Side Eye said she was.
Amber was going live. Apparently.
Amber and Amy, yeah. Amber's alert.
Hold on, let me look. It's scheduled, right? Let me see.
Yeah,
I think they're. I think they started.
I think they might already be live.
Oh, okay. So we'll go over and.
Daria Six Sad World is blocked on your channel apparently.
Oh, I'll have to unblock them. Hold on. It's on Amber's alert. Oh, here it is. Yeah, they are live.
Yeah.
Oh, so we got porn bots. Porn bots.
Uh-oh. Sorry about that, Robbie. You know that's me.
Whatever. I'll post my own porn in my chat if I want to. Hey, I got the good shit.
All right. I'm out of here.
I haven't found it because you won't give me the address.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go over to Amber and.
All right.
Bye.
Later, everyone.
Bye, Lycan.
All right, take care, Lycan.
Bye.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna go. Robbie, you better set up a dragging for you because I'm on that.
Notice how God intervened as soon as the demon, that would be you, got on panel and intervened and was like, no, we are not going to allow this evil. Not today, Satan.
The gods of YouTube are like, oh fuck no. It's okay though. I need, not that I need time to come up with things to drag you about, but it's nice to have.
Yeah.
I'll go into the archives.
By the way, are you coming to the wedding? Guys, our wedding is going to be on April Fool's Day of next year. Isn't that fun?
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited about the colors. It was nice to see the ring. The video was hilarious because you looked fucking terrified, and I'm glad you addressed it because I didn't know what was happening. I told the girls, I said, you have
can't
to see
watch
this video.
it.
I said, Robbie looks terrified. He looks
first of all, I was like stiff and looking down, and I was like, why does my chin look like that? I was looking down and I kept looking up because that thing was behind Michael somewhere in the darkness, and all I saw behind Michael was this big flash on the camera and just darkness behind it, like seriously, like in Jurassic Park. And I kept hearing, you could even hear it on
what I heard?
Video.
I heard the longest makeout session ever. I was like,
sorry about that.
What the hell? What are they doing? And they were off camera for most of it. But I was like, that's all you I was like, oh, okay.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
No, guys. I mean, it was funny though. It was a really nice video, and I love the idea of the stars. And yeah, it was very nice. So I think
I love you. I'm gonna go get naked. Yes, if you don't come, I will come for you, Nikki.
Bitch, I'll be wearing purple heels. Okay.
Let's face it, you wear black everywhere, and you will be coming dressed.
That's
goth.
True.
You're gonna come hovering into my wedding like a demon, like wearing all black, hovering down the aisle, and you're not gonna say anything to anyone. You're gonna be humming like the nun, and
I'll be blessing Michael with some holy water because he's saging you.
Yeah, you might want to do an baptism.
All right, I will let you go. Everybody, take care. Thanks for hanging out, and I will chat with you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Whoops, okay, love you. Sorry, guys, about that. I accidentally linked the Save Robbie raid to Siren Song. Go raid Save Robbie raid to Amber's. Sorry. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you. Missing in Life. Thank you, you guys. There we go. I'm just going to pin Amber's link, or not Amber's, Missing in Life's link, because she posted and she's way smarter than me. And so are all of you. Okay. It's in chat. Thank you. Missing in Life. You're awesome. Go head over, Save Robbie raid over at Amber's Alerts. I just pinned it. Save Robbie raid, and I'll be listening in the shower. Isn't that fun? Think of me. Okay. Think of me listening in the darkness of the shower. In the darkness, with a strobe light on my disco Bluetooth speaker, while Doja Cat plays off in the distance, and we listen to Amber and Amy doing their live stream together, while water trickles down my body into the drain of the tub. Down goes the dribbling of the water off of my naked body and genitalia, and drains down the drain, much like the negativity in my life needs to go down the drain as well. Get your asses over there and do a Save Robbie raid, okay? See you. Get you on the flip side, bitch. No chance. No dance. No chance. No dance. No chance. Give me second chances.